Waiting to see if anybody shows up. Hey, here we go. As usual, there's like nobody there, and then wham, everybody shows up at the same time. Hey guys. Oh, watching from Scotland. Hi in Scotland. Hi. Oh, that's so cool. I just love that. Atlanta. We're close. We're close, Amanda. One of these days, I think my husband and I might come to Atlanta for a weekend. I'll have to let you know if we do. Nancy from Florida. Joan from England. I love that. I love that everybody comes from everywhere. I have somebody from Oregon. I have somebody from Connecticut, somebody from Kansas. I just think it's so cool. Oh, well, I hope that everybody is having a fabulous day today. But some information has come to my attention, and I just wanted to address it on here. Plus, I told you guys I was going to start doing more lives and be out there more. So it's Sunday, and I know other people have lives scheduled. So I just wanted to get on here and do this really quickly. We'll do this quick. Oh, Denmark, Texas, Greer. You are close. You are very close. Trevor, it's Trevor. Hey, Trevor. Oh, I hope you're doing okay. Call me later. Call me later. Let me know what's happening. Oh, bless your heart. I can't even imagine. I just can't. Yeah, I know you're in Ireland. I believe your father's funeral is next week, if I'm correct. I'm trying to keep up. I can't even imagine. You guys, Trevor Colt is in the chat. He, for those of you who don't know, unfortunately, his father passed away a few days ago, and his mother had a heart attack from the shock and is also in the hospital. I can't even imagine having all that happen at the same time. I just can't. Terrible. Our best loves and kisses and wishes to you, Trevor. So surely, if there's anything I can do for you from here, let me know. All right. So here we go. I'm going to try to make this really short and sweet. So I tend to ignore people that are trolls. I don't go on their channels. I don't watch their lives. I do have people that contact me and say, did you know so-and-so said this, or this channel did this? I don't care. Like, I seriously couldn't care less. So I don't pay attention to them. I don't go to them. But one of the new troll accounts put something up that was sent to me. And I was just like, listen, if you're going to try to do something, if you're going to try to put something up, at least get your information correct. So I'm going to give you the information. And I've blocked the information from who posted it, because I'm not going to drive people to their channel. It's just ridiculous. So I'm going to try to put these screenshots up. I don't know if this will work. I've never done this before. I'm going to give it a try. Like if I do an image file, does that work? Nope, that's not it. Just a second. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Nope, I don't want to do a new layout. Give me a second. Present. How about share screen? Share screen. Let's see if that does it. So I want to show you I may not be able to. I should have tried this out before I got on. I'm just not good on this. Here's what it comes down to. You guys know that I had like 77,105 subscribers. Then you know what YouTube does. They drop them down, and until they rolled me back into the 77,900, out of the 77,100, now I'm at 77,090, then 77,080. And then you roll up, you roll down, you roll up. I have all of the screenshots here to show you, which I can't figure out how to put up. So anyway, this person puts up a thing and goes, here's Sue Smith's Social Blade. Looks like YouTube is removing bought subs this week. She bought 100 and her views are quite interesting. I hope that answers your question. And she puts up a picture of Social Blade, which I wanted to show you, but I can't because I can't figure out how to share it. So what happens is when you roll up into the 77,100 group, it says you've gained 100 people. So I went up to 77,117, and now Social Blade reflects that I'm up 100 again. But YouTube is now removing people, and I'm down to 77,112, and I'm sure they're going to remove enough people to roll me back into the 77 even, 7794, 7792, at which time Social Blade will reflect a drop of 100. So really, people, if you're going to claim I'm buying bots by 100, and you really should know how Social Blade works, kind of shows you're kind of ignorant. I was just like, oh my God. So that happened. Why what? Why carte blanche before I continue? I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. Why what? But okay. So when you look at Social Blade, if you go up to 77,100, it'll say you're up 100. Once you get up to 77,200, it'll show another 100 increase. But when you're at when it rolls you from 77,100 down to 77,85, it shows a drop of 100. It doesn't show the numbers in between. Carte blanche, why are they doing that? Yes, I'm not the person to do that. Why are they doing that? I don't know. YouTube has been doing that to me. It's like I'm stuck between this and this. I'm not the only person that had that. The Royal Griff was stuck for like a freaking year at the same number. I think it was 111 or 112, something like that. Lots of people are doing that. I had also screenshots from people saying, let me see if I can find this one. This woman says she's been unsubscribed 6 times. Carolyn Diamond 4 has been unsubscribed from my channel 6 times. Coqui says she's had to resubscribe twice. The people that are cutting off my channel are actual subscribers. They're not bots. And my subscribers are complaining. And I've told you before, I've already contacted YouTube and they're not willing to they're claiming you're not real. So nothing I can do about it. But if you're going to claim that I'm buying bots and you're going to use that as an example, you really should know how Social Blade works. Just saying, you look really stupid. Zephyr, yep. YouTube just cuts you off and assumes that you're going to forget about my channel and people don't get notifications. And again, I contacted YouTube. We've done this before. I've shown you the conversation. Basically, they're claiming that you guys are too stupid to figure out how to sub and how to turn on your notifications. I don't know. Who works with YouTube that has a vested interest? Very interesting. Very interesting. I was unsubscribed twice. I check every day. Yep. It's also views to people even with millions. That's true. It's true. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. But here's the thing. So the person who sent this to me said that there was also on that thread somebody who said, and Sue begs people to send her stuff. And so this person wrote on there, I've never seen her do that. Can you show me where? And the owner of the page said, you can just go look yourself. And this person wrote back and said, no, you're making an allegation. Show me. And the person who has the page removed the entire comments. So if you say anything that shows them to be liars, they're also removing your comments. So there you go. I've been unsubbed. Yep. Yep. Look at this. They changed your username. They changed your username without your permission. Oh, I'd be taking that up with YouTube. Like big time. I would absolutely. That's weird that YouTube would change your username without your permission. So, but anyway, the point was, if you're going to be stupid and use Social Blade to prove that I've bought bots, at least know how Social Blade works. So there you go. So right now, Social Blade is showing I'm up 100 again. But as soon as they roll me back into the 77,999, it'll show I dropped 100. So figure it out, people. They changed my name also. I just can't imagine. Like, what are the Social Blade. Social Blade is a website that shows wait, before I tell you that, let me, because this is going by fast. In my live on Friday, they all had changed usernames. My name was changed by adding numbers. Maybe you have a lot of people with the same name and they're adding the numbers to, show the difference between them. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, a Social Blade is a website and it shows you there's the person subs the videos and supposedly shows you how much money they make. Like, for instance, it says next to one video, it said I made between $5 and $14. There's one that says I made between $5 and $250. I haven't made $250 on any video, but people use it and claim that the YouTubers are making a lot of money that we're not making. It's just crazy. What is this? Hard to follow exactly what you're saying. And Helen, which part are you not understanding? And I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Tell me what you're saying. Oh, the sound. Is my sound breaking up? You guys? Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, there's some new troll accounts and I'm so glad I don't look at that stuff. I really don't. I constantly hear from people, you need to go on this channel and see what she said about you. And you need to go on that channel. And I'm like, I don't care what they say about me. They lie. They make stuff up. The latest lie I was told was that I was obsessed with somebody, but the person that I'm supposedly obsessed with, I haven't mentioned like in a year. But that person's mentioned me multiple times, but yet I'm supposedly obsessed. It's enough already. It's like people need to move on with their lives. Wait a minute. What does it say? Sue, since you're explaining, do you do substance? What substance? What? If the answer is drugs, no, I don't do drugs. Trinkle. Yep. Channel is slow because it's oh, do I do a Substack? No, I don't do a Substack. I don't do any of that. Up is Duchess of North Sussex in the chat somewhere? Or is it somebody else? This is Duchess of Dub. And I can't listen, guys. I am not in case you haven't figured this out yet, I'm not very tech savvy. It's taken me up. Yep. Duchess of North Sussex is in the chat. Hey, Duchess. I don't do Substacks. Wait a minute. Not drugs. You cover royal family engagement. Yes, I do. I do cover royal family engagements. I cover everything. And now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, you've seen, if you've followed my channel for any length of time, you've seen the difference in the videos from 5 years ago as compared to now, because my technical skills are slowly, very slowly getting there. I'm really sucking at the whole thing. But I've learned how to edit and how to get stuff up and how to do things slowly, very slowly. It's working for me. So yeah, that's it for me. So Blair, are you doing a live today? I know Royal Daily Tea is doing one. You know, she and I did a live, and she did one with what's her name? Padina. Then she did one with me, and she's doing another live today. So if you get the chance, bop on over to Royal Daily Teas, because she's going to be having a great live later on today. I'm not exactly sure of the time, but make sure you go see her as well. Royal Daily Teas in the chat. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Royal Daily Tea. I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Up hers is at 12 noon our time or 12 noon your time. And thank you, Sir Squirrel, a lot. Is that 12 noon my time or your time? Because 12 noon is now. Royal Daily Tea is saying that her live is at noon. But I'm assuming that's noon her time, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. So yeah, in an hour, she said. Duchess of North Sussex, they say that everyone that is friends with Trevor buys subs. Everyone that isn't friends with Trevor doesn't buy subs. And they put up the social blades about me too. Yes. I wish you've shown me how to put up the pictures, and I have a picture and it's on my main screen, and I wanted to put it on here, Blair, and I can't. I'm trying, but I can't. I'm hitting the button for present, and I'm hitting image file, and oh, you know what? I bet I can. I can. Okay, guys. Let me see if I can show this. Let me see if it comes up. Yes. There it is. Okay, so like I said, I blocked out the stuff, and as you can see right here, it shows I went down 100. And the reason I went down 100 is because YouTube is knocking people off of my channel. Okay. So let me show you. I'm going to show you some of the other shots. Here's where I had 77,092 subscribers. Okay. Then I went to 77,005 subscribers. They were rolling me. They just kept rolling me back and rolling me back. And then what was the next one? Is this the next one? Or is that the same one? Yeah. Then I went back up to 97. And then I got up to 114. Now, let me get to the next one. And then back down. So up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what YouTube does. Okay. And then you guys started putting comments. Oh, where is it? Image. Should pop up. Oh, here we go. Add to stage. Oh, I guess I have to remove some of this stuff. Remove. See, I'm learning as we go, guys. Remove. And some of these, it will not allow me to add it to the stage. I don't know why. But let's see. That's kind of odd. They're PDFs. They're all PDFs. I made sure. Here we go. I'm a human, and I've been unsubscribed 6 times. Interesting, huh? Anyway, because I went up, now as you can see, Social Blade shows 100 up, 100 down, and then 100 up. But as soon as they knock me down from 114 back down, it'll show negative 100 again. Does that make sense what I'm saying, you guys? So the way I look at it, if you're going to see, now I'm back down to 113 and dropping. If as soon as YouTube removes enough people to roll me back, which they've now done multiple times, Social Blade will reflect a drop of 100. Okay. So that's how it works. Let's see, if I was going to buy subs, I'd have a lot more. Exactly. So here's the thing. This was what I was going to tell you. So the person who sent it to me said that she put on the website or on the person's thing. Don't you think if Sue was going to buy bots, she'd have pushed herself to a freaking 100 by now? And the woman was like, oh, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not spending money on bots. If I was going to spend money on bots, I would have been at 100 3 years ago, because this September, I will have been doing this 5 years. 5. So the point is, you've got all these troll accounts that are constantly talking, and I don't care. Zephyr, the problem is they're removing inactive subs, but that's not their right to do. Exactly. So if you don't go on YouTube for a few days, they throw you off of people's channels, which I don't think is right. I don't think it's right to do that, but that's what they do. But I do think it's interesting that this girl can't figure out how to use Social Blade and is claiming that I'm buying bots because it shows that I went up 100 and then down 100. She doesn't know how they move. So whatever. The losers that actually buy bots are the ones they accuse others of doing. That is correct. Are subscribers getting kicked out or just my sub numbers? My sub numbers, I don't listen. I don't kick anybody out unless you're abusive. I'm not taking abuse from anybody. Oh, wait. She's one of Harry Sugar's. They hate Trevor. Yeah, probably. You guys have also put lots of comments up saying that YouTube puts you in YouTube. I've gotten emails from people. I'm in YouTube jail. I have nothing to do with you being in YouTube jail. I have nothing to do with that. People who put up their comments and then say my comment got removed, that's not me either. Do I have things set on my channel? There are certain names of people. If you write, and this person said this, and this person's talking about you, those comments get shunted to the side. I don't see them, and they don't show up on my channel. And if you use curse words, they get shunted to the side, because, I don't allow that stuff on my channel. That's not the way I work. But a lot of people have been complaining that YouTube has been removing them, and that's not me. I don't remove comments, like I said, unless they're abusive or you're, using foul language or whatever. Christine says, I have been suspended from YouTube a couple of times. I don't know why YouTube does that to people. I really don't. I don't know why YouTube does that to people. It's got nothing to do, but again, it's got nothing to do with me. Oh, look at this. I just had to resub to Royal Daily Tea during this live because I was unsubbed. So YouTube will continue to remove people from my channel. They're going to roll me back. It's like they've got the computer set not to let me get above this number. And this is the same number I keep getting to. And then all of a sudden people start getting removed. And I roll back all the way into the 77, single digits, like 99, 88, 77. They roll me out of the 100 range. And they don't let me go any higher. And that's a computer setting. And I've already spoken to YouTube about it multiple times. It's a waste of time, even, talking to them about it. They're not going to do anything to help you. They give you the same old spiel, or they tell you to go look at their policies, which are so freaking long. It's not even worth reading. So anyway, I just wanted people to know what's happening. But yes, I am aware that there are troll accounts. Yes, I'm aware they're talking about me. Am I watching them? No. Are there people that are sending me stuff? Yes. I don't know why they send it to me. They just do. but I just, I tell them I ignore, just ignore. Secretary Rubio said a month ago, they're onto what YouTube does to people. It's only a matter of time. How about this one? I'm shadow banned. That's not me. I wouldn't even know how to shadow ban anything. It's terrible. Well, Christine says I may have said some bad words. You guys know I don't usually curse. I don't, that's not my channel. And I'm not yelling. I'm not screaming. I'm not cursing. I'm not making unfounded accusations. Anything that I report on, I can back up. I have my proof and I show it. I'd like to think I'm not a clickbait channel. I just don't deal in that kind of stuff. It's just not me. It's never been me. I'll give my opinion. And if I give my opinion, I will say it's my opinion, but no. So yeah, Amy, not worth getting aggravated. I would tell them, they send me stuff all the time and I tell them, please just stop. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't care. Oh, but did you hear this troll said this? And she's entitled to her opinion. She doesn't know me, but she hates me because of who she's friends with. Those are the kind of people I don't need any contact with whatsoever. See, I've never gotten out of your channel, but a lot of other subs channels won't show up on my main page. I have to look for them. That's happened to me too. Where people can't find my main page. They can't find stuff on me. I don't know why it does that. I just don't know why it does that. So, oh, Illinois. I remember the winters there. It was horrible. I hated it. Too cold. I didn't know you wouldn't see my comment. Yeah, no, I won't. Comments with foul language and comments that have the names of certain creators, those comments will not show up on my channel. So you're wasting your time going, I love this person, I love that person, and you're being mean to her, and you're wasting your time. I don't see them. They get shunted to the side and they get deleted. I don't see them. They're gone. So yeah, you got to watch your language though. And look at this. She's in Malaysia. Fabulous. Fabulous. Let's see what else we have. I don't think I would much enjoy it. Well, this is why I tell people all the time to check every morning. Just if you don't get a notification, just go to my channel Monday through Saturday. And if I'm not going to post something, I'll put a thing up and I'll say, I'm not going to post. So you know not to expect something. Like, for instance, on the weekend of July 4th, my husband would like to go out of town. And I'm like, it's hot. We have to take the dog. I don't know where it is you want to go. We'll have to see. But if I go away for the weekend, I'm not working on a video, which means you won't get a video on July 4th. But I'll post and let you know that. Trevor is the best. Yes, he is. And I think I have to tell you, I think it's terrible that, I mean, my God, his father, his mother, and he put a short up this morning that he's still being attacked online. It's like, guys, karma is a thing. It really is a thing. And if you put bad out there, it will come back to you. It may take a few years. It may take time, but eventually you will reap what you sow. Attacking somebody while he's trying to arrange a funeral for his dad and take care of his mom, who's in the hospital because she had a heart attack after losing her husband of how many years? I mean, his mom is like 86? His father was older than that. I mean, my God, how could you be so cruel? How could people be so cruel? It's terrible. That's just, I don't know. Thank you, Sparks. Okay, so what's a thing and a, you know what? You'll have to explain that to me. Could be, I just told you guys that a certain somebody's back. Ugh. They don't realize how bad. Yeah, it does make you look bad. Yes, Trevor does have siblings. I don't know how many or what kind, but yes, he has siblings. It's terrible. But yes, what goes around comes around. Seriously. Do you think you will be able to concerted efforts to harm the reputations? You know what? You can't harm them. The fact that they don't complain, don't explain, and they've moved on, and they basically gave Harry and Meghan all the rope they want, and they're hanging themselves. It's terrible. And one of the things is Harry just said, "I want a reconciliation. I want my family back. I want my family back." And then he did that thing. What was it, yesterday or the day before? This will be in my video tomorrow. And he took another swipe at his family. It's like he can't help himself. He's never going to get back with his family. People are like, all he has to do is apologize. Apologies won't undo the damage. It's too late. So let's see. Yeah, it's terrible. One of the troll accounts just said on live TV that she was annoyed because you had not addressed her and her trolling. What? You will have to send me a message. Sue Smith 1112 at Yahoo. Send me a message, Sandra. I don't know what that is. I had not subscribed. I've been subscribed for the past couple of years. Yep. Nope. Not going to California. Oh, wait. You said karma is a thing, and I just added it. Yes, that's true. That's true. That's absolutely true. Now, I will tell you this, and I'm not going to get back into, I'm not getting back into the whole thing. Like it's in my rearview mirror. What happened last year with me and Steph. I apologize. I moved on and I haven't said a word about it since. Nothing. And I've moved on. This has always been a no drama channel. It still is a no drama channel. And some of the information that you're going to see in my video tomorrow, I found, and I put it up on Twitter, and somebody accused me of stealing it. And I was like, I didn't give her credit. I give everybody credit. If you guys watch my video, even my video yesterday, I gave credit to 4 Twitter users for all of their content. I always give credit if I use somebody's stuff. We're all in the same genre. We're all going to find the same information. I'm not following this person, so her stuff doesn't show up in my feed. So I never saw her stuff. And she, well, I found it first. It's me. And I'm just like, I can't deal with the drama. And I put a thing up on Twitter and said, guys, this is what's going on. I'm not dealing with this drama, moving on. And I'm not addressing it again. It's like, I need to be left alone. I can't deal with all this drama. The Megxit community has become a cesspool. And I have a very small circle, and it's a good circle. And everybody is, I've got Steph, I've got Andy, I've got Royal Daily Tea, I've got Duchess of North Sussex, I've got Trevor, I've got Fiona. Do I have a few other people? Yeah. But all in all, it's a nice, small circle of people that I can trust, that trust me, and I trust them. And everybody else is, you guys remember I used to give shout outs to everybody if there was a new channel. And I helped all these channels only to have them turn on me later. I don't help anybody anymore. I hate to say it, but I'm just not helping anybody anymore. I'm helping myself. Look at you. Duchess of North Sussex. That's right. She's in my circle. She's in my circle too. Does that mean, hey, Duchess, does that mean that the Royal Grift is in my circle by proxy because of you? Because she doesn't clan up. Love you too, Royal Daily Tea. Love you guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's horrible. People are sick, man. That's sickening. Terrible. I'm staying in my lane. I haven't said a word. Staying in my lane. Yeah, Fiona, I feel so bad for Fiona. Same thing with Fiona. Fiona lost her husband of how many years? She's dealing with burying him. People are claiming he's still alive. And then one of the troll accounts made a new YouTube account in his name, Graham Hesketh. when I heard about that, I was like, oh my God, somebody's going to hell. You going to hell? Hell. There is hell. And you're headed there. She sees everything that goes on. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, Fiona? Yeah. Fiona's absolutely got her finger on the button. Now, here's the best part. Ready? I haven't booked it yet. You guys know that, I've told you guys in a previous live, people were like, oh my God, you're on all these trips, you have all this money. And I tried to explain to you, first of all, we don't have children anymore to pay for. Number two, we go off season. So it's way cheaper. And oh, wait a minute. No, TRG sees everything. I hope she considers herself in my circle. Yes. And a Royal Daily Tea says hello. So we book off season and we try to get coupons and we try to get, whatever. So I'm looking online and I said to my husband, there's all these places all over the world I'd like to go to. And we just weren't at our age and in our health, we're not going to have enough time. We need to do something. Would you guys believe we found a cruise? It's an international cruise that leaves from either Florida or New York. I'm not sure which, but one of the stops is in Gibraltar, where Fiona lives. I said, Fiona, if I get on that cruise ship, your ass better be standing there when I get off that morning. And she's like, absolutely. So I haven't logged it yet, or I haven't booked it yet. Because again, if you wait until closer, you start getting the discounts. And that's how we afford to travel. Not to mention, you guys seem to forget that my husband still works full time. People are like, hey, your subscribers pay for that. Okay, everybody that is subscribed to me within the sound of my voice, please send $5 to my PayPal coffee fund because I need a vacation and you're going to pay for it. It's like they completely discount my 27 years of working 12-hour shifts at every time of the day shift, night shift, mid shift. And they completely discount the fact that my husband still works. I got to get in the shower. I'm going to make a video about what a scumbag Harry is. Okay. Enjoy that. So anyway, when you're looking for a vacation, to go on a vacation, everybody thinks these vacations I take are so extravagantly expensive, but they're really not. If you go off season and you get good deals, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. By the way, because of what happened when we went to Naples, the airline sent us coupons for money off on our next flights because it was really bad what happened. So that's going to help us with our trip to the next trip. We have to get to either Florida or Orlando, depending on which one we take. And we get to use the coupon. So the flights to the ship will be free because American Airlines was really nasty what they did. It's terrible what they did. Hey, Duchess of the Sussex, I love your scumbag videos. I love your travel videos. Thank you. Don't forget to go. Oh, wait. I love this one. I can see Fiona rolling out in her dinghy to meet your vote. Yeah, no, she'd have to get out of the dinghy and onto where the cruise ships land in order to meet me. So funny. They were advertising to Japan. Oh my God. Yeah. I told Frank, I told my husband, I'd love to do that. I would love to do that sometime. How did you meet your husband? You ready? I met him online. Do you guys remember that movie that came out not long ago? Well, it came out 20 something years ago. You've Got Mail. You guys remember that movie? Some of you were very young. You won't remember. And Finn is doing fine. It's You Got Mail. It was basically that. I got an email in horrible English from somebody looking for help with their English. And I said, okay, I'll help you. And this was back when you had dial-up and AOL. And I would open a chat room and he would come in three nights a week and he would write stuff and I'd correct him. No, this is how you say this. This is how you say that. And we did this for like 3 months and we never exchanged names, pictures, nothing. And then one night we were doing it and I had just come back from working in the ER and I was absolutely exhausted. And I met him and said, Could we please do this another time? Because I'm exhausted and I'm hungry and I need to get some dinner, and we'll do it another time. And he wrote back, well, why don't you let me take you to dinner to say thank you for all your help? And I said, okay. And he said, by the way, what do you look like? And I sent him one of my pictures. Now, remember, I was like 100 pounds lighter then, and I had really long hair. I mean, I was, and he said, is that really you? And I said, yeah. And he goes, and you're really this tall? I said, yeah. And then you're really single? Yeah. I'll be there in an hour. Wasn't the smartest thing I ever did. I gave him my actual home address. He showed up an hour later, and I remember opening the door and looking at him and thinking, this is going to be such a bad night. Because guys, this good looking, typical Nordic, blonde hair, perfect white teeth, big broad shoulders, tiny slim waist. And I thought, oh my God, this is going to suck. But you know what? I'm single. I'm poor. I'll go and have dinner, free dinner, and then I'll, whatever. So we get to dinner and we start talking, and he ends up being the nicest guy. And then the next night we met up, and then the next night we met up, and 2 weeks later he flew back to Europe to visit his family. And he comes back from Europe with gifts for me. And I think it was 3 months after that we moved in together. 5 months after that, we were engaged. We got married a year later, and I was pregnant with my oldest son on our 1-year anniversary. I was 8 months pregnant. It was fast. Yeah, it wasn't very smart. Wasn't very smart of me, but Love How You Met Your Husband. The date that never ended. Yeah, it just kind of kept going. Now, I will say we did hit a few bumps. He came back from Europe, and then a few weeks later, an envelope showed up with some pictures in it of some girl. And I was like, who's this? It was his ex-girlfriend. He'd met up with her after he left Germany. He met up with her in Austria. He was with her at New Year's, and they went skiing. She tried to revive their relationship. And he said, you know what? I don't want to do that. I met somebody in the United States and I want to see where this goes. She called our apartment constantly. She was texting him. She was emailing him. She just wouldn't stop. She was upset because I met him in 1987. She was upset because she wanted him back. And he basically rebuffed her. Then she was upset because we didn't invite her to the wedding. Apparently that's a thing in Europe. You stay friends with your exes. I didn't want her there, but I was like, if you want to invite her, go ahead. He didn't invite her. And then after we were married, she called, can I speak? Let me speak to him. So I hand him the phone and he goes, so did you get married? And he goes, yeah, not only did we get married, she's pregnant. And the girl goes, oh, well, I'm getting married too. And, my husband was like, great for you. Good luck. She stopped calling. We didn't hear from her again. And I would say about 3 years ago, she found him on Facebook and sent him a friend request. And he said he denied it. She never got married. She never had children. But she wanted him back. And after all these years, she's still stalking him on Facebook. That's a little weird. Obviously, I don't look like I used to look. My husband doesn't look like he used to look, but it's crazy. I told him when I look at him, I still see him exactly as he looked the day I met him. We're both a lot heavier. We both look a lot different, but when I look at him, he looks exactly the same as the day I met him. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah. And then the first child was born, and then I miscarried actually. Then I got pregnant and had the first child. Then I had the next child after that. And then he said, do you want another one? And I said, no, I'm done. Deborah said, Sue Smith, I spoke to Trevor today. He's so appreciative of all the kind wishes from everyone. It's a great comfort. Yes. Somebody actually wrote to me on my channel and said, I hope you got permission from Trevor to put up that post. Otherwise, that's rude. I'm like, do you really think that I would put something up without permission? Like, come on, people. You didn't invite a stalker to the wedding? No. Or godmother to my children? No. And you're coming up on, no, no, not 40 years. Well, I met him in 97 and we're coming up on 26 years married. And we were together, 97, 17, we're coming up on 30 years together, but only married as of this year for 26 years together. And I didn't get married till I was in my 30s. And that was because I'd watched all my friends get married and divorced and fighting over custody and fighting over child support and fighting over this and fighting over that. And I didn't want that to be me. And so I just decided I wasn't going to get married. My parents were like, would you freaking get married? I was like, I would rather be single and happy than married and unhappy. And if I'm not married by 35, I'll have a child on my own. And that's just what we'll do. And then I had a child at 35. I wasn't going to get married, but then I met my husband and I was like, okay, him I could marry. The others were absolute no-goes. Because somebody put up incorrect information about Social Blade and claimed I was buying bots. So I was like, if you're going to use Social Blade, at least know how to read it and what's going on. And I gave an explanation of how to use it for future reference. Oh, I remember your accident. Yeah, it is a beautiful life. You have to take it. You got to do something with it. And, I just the other day, I saw an article about J-Lo and they were like, she had massive, let me see if I can find the pictures, because if I can find the pictures, maybe I can show them to you. I may not be able to, but, so here's what happened. Oh, here it is. So J-Lo had an accident. Oh, it's not going to let me show it. J-Lo had an accident and she showed a picture of herself holding ice to her face. And it said she had all this facial trauma. And then there was a picture. She has a little bit of a black eye and a little cut right here on her nose. And I'm like, that is not massive facial trauma. I could show you some pictures of massive facial trauma. And that ain't it. Yes, she had an accident. Yes, she needed a couple stitches. But if you've ever seen the pictures from me after my accident, which at one point I showed that with my teeth knocked out and my nose over here and a through and through wound, the doctor was able to put his fingers through, and that is facial trauma. So it kind of irritated me when I saw that. I'm sorry she hurt herself, and I just don't know how she hurt herself, but when I read that, it really pisses me off. So, okay, let me see this. I met my husband. He was on a date with someone else. He asked me for my number and he called me later that night after he brought home his date. See, some things are just meant to be. It is what it is. But that's what you were saying about you have to take life. I remember laying in the ICU after I woke up, and I remember saying to my father, this is so unfair. Face damaged, car totaled, purse stolen by a passerby, or I'd lost my job. I'd lost everything. And I remember saying to my father, I was crying to my father, this is so unfair. And my father looked at me and said, whoever told you life was fair? And I went, and he was like, let me tell you what the golden rule is. He who has the gold makes the rules. Learn it and live it. Take whatever you get and make something from it. So after I spent years getting my face put back together and getting up to walk and getting my knees worked on and I decided to make something out of my life. And I went back to school. I became a nurse, and that's where I worked for 27 years, until I caught COVID pneumonia, double pneumonia. And then I just couldn't do it anymore. So I love this. So happy to see you doing a live. I love listening to. I saw Trevor's post about you getting trolled, and even Finn was brought into the post. Oh, I'm sure. You're talking about you're going to talk about a rescue dog. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They're pulling things to try to get a rise, to try to get a a response. And really, it just makes them look really bad. Just makes them look petty and disgusting. I met mine on a blind date. He was German that had been in the US for about a year. Same here. My husband was in the United States when we met. He was here on a work visa, legally in the United States. And we met, and then we applied for a green card. And I don't know if I ever told you guys this story, but you'll love this. We were married. I got pregnant and had produced a child that was 13 months old when we finally got our appointment with the immigration. We walk into immigration, we get into a fight in front of the immigration officer because the immigration officer is asking him for specific paperwork. And my husband's handing him everything and I finally just looked at him and said, would you please just give the man what he's asking for? And we got into a fight, and then we noticed it got very quiet in the room, and we both kind of looked over at the immigration officer, and he goes, oh my God, you guys are so married. Give me your passport. And he took my husband's passport, he stamped it, and he said, get out of my office. And he threw us out of his office. And I was like, it's crazy. But the more crazy part was my husband then had to drive to Charleston, which is the only place at the time where they did the biometrics, your picture and your stuff. And so he goes to Charleston, gets the biometrics done. That was on May 9th, May 11th, not May, September 11th, 9/11 happened. And they stopped all immigration proceedings. And the day after that, his green card showed up in the mail. And I just went, because all of his coworkers were trying to get into their interviews, and their interviews everything had been stopped. So it's crazy. They attacked Finn. Yes, apparently they did. They attacked Finn. A dog, a poor rescue dog who had been abused and beaten, who we gave a loving home to. And that's who they attacked. I'm telling you, people. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Crazy, crazy. So anyway, who attacks a cute little dog? Nut jobs. That's who attacks a cute little dog. So look at this. My husband and I have been married for 38 years. My husband has had MS for 34, 12 miscarriages and 4 kids. Thank you. Oh, man. That is crazy. What is wrong with folk? They're trolls. It's crazy. They're trolls. Okay, this is funny. Somebody said, I saw it, but I don't know where it is. Somebody said, my husband always says I'm beautiful. And I asked him if he needs new glasses. And this person wrote, well, as long as you both go to the same opticians. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Anyway, you guys, okay, I've been on coming up on an hour. You guys know I don't like my lives to go longer than an hour. And who, okay, here we go. Who was I rude to? Was I rude to anybody? Speak up. I haven't been rude to anybody, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. But you guys know I don't let my lives go over an hour because I feel like after an hour, your brain kind of loses focus. I don't like these ones that go on and on and on and on. Oh, yeah, I have to bring this up. They wanted Fiona's husband, who had been dead less than a month, arrested. That's true. That's true. I'm telling you. I'm hoping if we there's 2 cruises. One leaves out of New York, one leaves out of Florida. And I'm hoping to get the one that stops in Gibraltar. The other one doesn't stop in Gibraltar. But I would really like to stop in Gibraltar. And I would really like to see Graham's resting place. And, we'll go from there. Anyway, you guys are definitely going to want to watch tomorrow's video. And it's got all kinds of cool stuff in it. All right. So I hope everybody has a fabulous Sunday. Don't forget to get on there tomorrow morning, and we'll go from there. Okay. Everybody have a fabulous day. Bye-bye.